Hello, and welcome to another update video on ADA. The ADA chart continues to be in a correction, in a pullback, and we've also entered the weekend without any impulsive upside reaction, which on a weekend isn't necessarily a surprise, given that weekends are often rather quiet days, rather quiet normally. The market can take a bit of a breather, but the market appears to remain under pressure, right? So these last swing highs here, you can see we are printing currently lower highs, lower lows, and this is still all overlapping price action. So I'm still considering this to be a corrective pullback. And we've now reached that 100% extension target at 69.8 cents. I think I talked about that first time a couple of weeks ago or so. Oh no, hold on. When was this printed? No, not that long ago. It was when this X wave formed the top. I could define the 100% extension, right? That was around the 28th, a few days ago. And that target has now been reached. That's a very common target in such a correction, the 100% extension. So I want to talk to you about the next support levels and the idea that this here could already, due to the depth of the pullback, right? The idea that this here could already be the B wave pullback we've been tracking. But the idea was that maybe we should get another high in wave A first, or we could at least. But due to the depth of the pullback, it makes sense to consider this to be the B wave already. That's always, when we're dealing with A waves, as you probably know if you follow our work, then you know that A waves can be 5-wave patterns or 3-wave patterns. And this looks more like a 3-wave pattern, but the pullback is too deep to really be part of still an immediately unfolding uptrend. So the idea is this would be the next leg down now in a larger A, B, C pattern to the upside. And if it's a B wave, then we should ideally see a reaction in this region. So far, there hasn't been a reaction, but we can observe these Fibonacci levels. But again, the market will likely remain under pressure until Bitcoin is finally starting to turn around, right? Which is not the case yet. But if you watch the Bitcoin video, then you know two things. Bitcoin has hit important support, but Bitcoin has not given us any indication that a low is in place. So also ADA remains under pressure, especially if Bitcoin dominance is going up, which it is doing at the moment. So we've got next support levels at 68.8 cents, then 66.6, 64.7, and 64 cent area, 64 to 64.5 cent area. So this would be the next structural, or let's say next area to watch there. And then we've got 57.8 cents as well. So these are the next support levels, right? These are the next support levels. And ideally, if this is a B wave, we should see a reaction there. Even in the yellow scenario, in which we're tracking this bearish triangle pattern, we might see a reaction there to start the E wave up, okay? So as I said to you before, to really help us rule out or start to rule out the bearish scenario, we need a break above the green line. That hasn't happened yet. That's around $1.17. What would already be helpful would be a break above 93.5 cents, but the immediate focus, I think, is rather on whether the bulls can generate an upside reaction here. But the trend is down, so now that we have reached the blue zone, I think there is an increased chance for an upside reaction, but as I said, it will also depend to a degree on Bitcoin. So but you have some levels to watch here. There's been a small reaction to the 100% extension level, but really for a first indication that we are turning around, I want to see minimally a 5-wave move up that breaks above the B wave high there around 79 cents. That's the update on ADA. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on our X channel. Feel free to check it out. The link is in the description. Here you can get access to additional updates, education, and much more. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.